Hello again, everybody. We are back for possibly our last week.
Possibly.
For the time being. This is Rivalry Week. We are going to predict all the big rivalry games this week and our records combined for the season. Last week, me and Terry went 5-4-1, and Miss Barbie went 4-5-1. So our records for the season is...
I am 51, 56, and 3, and Barbie, barely holding on to 500, is 54, 53, and 3.
And I am 49, 58, and 3, pulling up the rear. I'm 2 games from second and 5 games from first place. So really need a big time week. So here we go. Let's go to game number 1, which will be the Egg Bowl. I think it's a Thursday night game. Ole Miss is a 3-point favorite. I'm gonna go with the Rebels at home. They're coming off a couple of losses, but I think a rivalry game is exactly what they need to get back going. I'm going to say Kiffin beats the Pirate and covers the 3.
On this one, I thought about Ole Miss and taking them being at home, but after Ole Miss played so bad last week, I think they might have mailed it in. So I'm going with Mississippi State in this one. And we'll find out. I think we'll find out soon if we've got a new Auburn coach in Mississippi.
Yes. Let's go to game number 2. It's Baylor and Texas. Texas is 8.5 at home. Which Texas team? Give me a quarter. You just never know. They play down the teams, or they will just flat out annihilate teams. You look at the Oklahoma win earlier in the year, the Kansas win last week. You just don't know what Texas team you'll get. But I'm going to go with a good Texas. Coming off the big win against Kansas, I'm going to go with Texas to cover the 8.5 against Baylor.
Yep, that's the way I am too. Part of me is thinking Texas is going to struggle because they've not been consistent. But at the same time, Baylor's coming off a tough loss. Texas is coming off of looking good. They're playing at home. I'm going to take Texas in this one too.
All right, game number 3. I think this is a Friday game as Arkansas is going to Missouri. And Arkansas is a 3-point favorite. Arkansas is coming off probably their best performance of the year. They are just a different team with KJ Jefferson. I'm going to go with Arkansas here, although Missouri has been known to, especially at home, to play very good. I'm just going with Arkansas coming off a good game.
Yeah, me too. Arkansas, look, it's got to be confident coming off of last week. So I think that's going to roll over into this week, and I think Arkansas is good enough to beat Missouri by a few scores. So I definitely lean Arkansas.
Game number 4 is Florida and Florida State. Florida State is a 10-point favorite at home. Ordinarily, I don't like an SEC team being double-digit dog. I mean, I normally pick a SEC team, but here, Florida coming off that Vandy loss, I got to go with the Seminoles at home here, 10-point favorite. I'm going Seminoles.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take FSU too. But once again, I'm going with how the teams have looked recently, and Florida, after losing to Vandy, I'm sure they'll play better, but being the last game of the year, I don't know if Florida's going to turn it around that much, so I'm taking FSU too.
Okay. We have South Carolina going to Clemson. Clemson is a 14.5-point favorite. This is going to be my double-digit dog. Now, will South Carolina play as good as they did against Tennessee? No. You can't copy that performance. But I do think they will play good enough in this rivalry game to cover the 14.5. Clemson, when they play pretty good teams, they struggle. And I think South Carolina's pretty good. I'm a believer in Beamer ball. Pick South Carolina.
Yep. I'm going the same way as you. I don't think South Carolina's going to win. But I think they'll keep it probably inside of double figures or maybe 10. So I've got South Carolina with a slight chance at an upset, but I'm going with South Carolina to cover, but Clemson to win.
Okay, game number 6, the game of the week. Michigan and Ohio State. Ohio State is a 7.5 point favorite. Michigan, without their running back, that's their bread and butter. Without Corum, I just cannot pick them, even to cover. Ohio State, the way Michigan beat them bad last year, they probably had this game circled. I'm going Buckeyes to cover the 7.5.
Yep, me too. And this is all, going off of Blake Corum not playing, which it looks like. There's a good chance he's not going to play. And even if he does, he could be not nowhere near 100%. So to me, I like Ohio State in either of those scenarios.
Okay, game number 7, the Civil War, Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon is a 3.5 point favorite. I tell you, the Beavers at home, they have some type of magic. And especially in this rivalry game with Oregon, they find a way to win or cover against the Ducks. I'm going with the Beavers here to cover the 3.5 against Oregon.
I'm actually going to take Oregon in this one. I think that, once again, they're going to have something to play for. So I think Oregon's going to, they're going to play their best game. I know how it is on these rivalry games. It can go either way, but I'm going to go with the Ducks in this one.
Okay, game number 8, Iowa State and TCU. TCU is a 9.5 point favorite at home. I tell you, the Horned Frogs, they play down the teams, they play up. Every game goes down to the wire. But I just think this is their last regular season game. They know they've got to keep winning to stay in the playoff picture. I'm going to go for TCU at home to cover the 9.5.
Yep. Same thing here. Pretty much echo everything you said. I think TCU is going to play one of their better games. It's at home, last game of the year. Yeah, I'm going with the Horned Frogs.
Okay, game number 9. It's pretty simple. There ain't really no need to talk much. LSU's 9.5 over Texas A&M. Texas A&M's bad. LSU's good. LSU to cover the
LSU. No, yeah, on to the next.
Okay, Notre Dame and USC. USC is a 4.5 point favorite. Notre Dame this year plays better against the better teams. I really like Notre Dame here to cover the 4.5 on the road.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to actually win this game. Notre Dame has played good this year against good teams. And once again, last game of the year, and I think Notre Dame's going to pull this one out. So I'm taking Notre Dame.
Okay, that's our predictions for this week, except Miss Barbie. We still got to get hers in.
All right, so this is the line for Barbie. She's got Ole Miss. She has Baylor to cover, Texas to win. She has Arkansas, Florida. Oh, she took Florida. South Carolina, Ohio State, Oregon, TCU, Texas A&M.
Wow.
Ooh, that worries me. USC. Gosh, she picked opposite us on a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's either she's going to really have a good record or we're going to have a really good record.
Yep.
That's our predictions for this year. We will come back later in the season and review our prediction records and review our preseason SEC predictions. But for now, TNA Sports is out, but we will be back.
See you guys.